It's super cold. So, my biggest dream is to run a company that changes as many ambitious people's lives as possible. But to get there, you need to make some tough decisions. And this week it was one like that. We'll tell you all about it in a bit. So, welcome to my weekly visual journal, in which I share the honest journey of building a business all the way from the start. I'll give a raw update on the highs, the lows, exactly what I worked on, lessons, and everything in between. I want to dive into exactly what I worked on this week, and there were three main points. The first one was that I worked on creating organic content, and I actually made a post about one of the first guest founders, the first guest founder we had, and he shared with us his story and the strategies he used to grow social media to 1 million followers. So if you want to check out that post, I'll put it down below. And then also I worked on creating some new ads. And what I learned this week is that you can put it in a CBO campaign and just let Meta figure out everything out. So you don't need to do a lot, like put a lot of demographics in it, a lot of things. Just let Meta figure out which one performs best, and everything. So that was a pretty useful insight. Thank you, Tom, for that. And then finally, I did some founder fit calls, which is the sales calls we have for our new members joining, and I feel like I'm making a lot of progress in them. And one guy that really helped with this is Just Lyons. You can check him out on YouTube. He has like live sales coaching sessions, so there's like role play, and then he steps in when he wants to give some feedback. And yeah, I really made a lot of steps again from what he told, and two main lessons I got from him is really just be super interested in the person, which is obvious of course, but you're not trying to sell, you just, can I help this person actually, and just trying to listen. Don't judge beforehand from I try to set them up in a direction, because then you're still trying to sell. You just want to listen to their story and help them. And secondly, one great question that he asked kind of a lot is, for example, what was the decision that made you start? Because then you get an exact story, and that brings up the emotion, and that's what it's all about, like bringing up the reality of what actually happened, why they made these like big life-changing decisions, like, oh, what made you actually apply, like what's behind that, when was the decision that you were like, oh, I need to make a change, these kind of questions. And then now we go to the struggle, which is that actually one of those founder fit calls, there was a member or a potential member, and he wanted to join, and on paper he was a great fit, but my gut feeling just said that I shouldn't be doing it. And yeah, then I decided to not do it, which is a pretty hard decision, because there's 1K right in front of you, someone wants to join, it's exciting, you're like, okay, let's go. But yeah, I really want to listen more to my intuition and my gut feeling, and it felt like I shouldn't be doing it. And then it's hard to even rationalize it, okay, why exactly, but I guess I'm looking for a specific type of energy, just a feeling that I get with the person. And as well, I thought he was just in a bit of a different season of life, and I'm really looking for people that are also want the in-person connection, want to travel. So I think now also some time to make that even clearer on the next step, like asking more specific questions, get even more clear exactly what I'm looking for, so I can better qualify the next time. Or it's not really qualified, but you know what I mean. And I think as well, it was a sign for me though to say like, okay, I really want to be very specific with what kind of people I let in, and only specific people, letting them in. So I got that out of it. But I guess this was also my win of the week, is that I follow my intuition, and that's a mini validation. This guy came from an ad, signed up, he was interested, so it's like a tiny validation of like, okay, we're making steps in the right direction. So that's great. Before I talk about dealing with the inner critic, I want to show you the numbers actually. So the monthly revenue for this month is 450. We're still at 8 members. And then Instagram is at 408, which is up 31. And YouTube is at 125, which is up by 3. Yeah, so dealing with the inner critic, at least for me, I have a quite critical inner critic in myself, which I'm like, oh, should have done this better, and you need to do this, and you need to do more, and blah blah blah. And yeah, then I found Joe Hudson through a friend, and he has a lot of great tips on how to deal with it. So what actually helps is trying to detach again from this inner critic, be like, okay, this is of course not fully who I am. It's just like a voice talking inside myself, and trying to have like a nicer relationship with it, in a sense where you're like, oh, I see you're scared. I see you really care about these things that you want to achieve. That's beautiful, but maybe this is not the best way to handle it. Trying to have a more chill conversation, and actually being aware of this already helps a lot for me. My hands are literally freezing. So when your inner voice says something not that nice, you can say ouch, and then just every time that happens you can say ouch, which is also a good way to become aware of it and make it more funny in a way. I also had a little breakthrough regarding money, because I was just thinking, hey, I'm not currently at the financial situation that I want to be, and I just feel something off, like what's going wrong. And then I actually saw another video of Joe Hudson, and then I had this breakthrough moment in which I was like, wait, I actually don't really love and care for money. I always want more of it, and then everything I have I'm not super grateful for, so I'm always from like a lack and not from abundance. But when I have more money, I just spend it instantly, and I was like, wait, I actually not happy with all the money that I do have. And also that one thing that frustrates me from the people around me that I know have a lot more money is that even when they have a lot more money, they're still kind of like careful when spending. And I was like, for me, it feels like freedom to just spend whatever. But now I'm like, wait, it's also because they just care in a sense more about money. And even when it's on little things, they still care about spending and are happy, so they don't just throw away with money. So I was like, okay, that actually made a big shift, because it's like from now on, I'm gonna be more grateful about the money that I already have. I looked at my bank account, I actually felt good about it. I felt happy spending something and not just throwing it around and being like, oh, really happy for what I'm getting out of it. So yeah, actually was a great shift. Then next week focus, I will be heading to Lombok on Wednesday, which I'm super excited about. Gonna hang out with the crew again, so really excited for that. I'm also gonna focus on ads, because I feel that now I just need to get some more ads that really hit the pain points. I have some ones that direct some traffic, but now I need a few more that really speak directly to my ICP. And of course create some more organic content and work on preparing for the Lombok house. So that are the main things I'll be working on, and I'll tell you all about it in next week's video. Then the question is, how grateful are you for everything that you currently have? Because probably there's a lot that you have that you can be grateful for. And let me know, and I'll see you next time. All right, peace.